It is the end of the month. Marketing budgets are tight, and you are trying to figure out where the money went. Ping! The email hits your inbox from your SEO agency. You open the report, and the numbers look incredible. You have green arrows everywhere. Your website traffic is up 200%. You look at your phone, it is completely quiet. You check your calendar, 0 new listing appointments. This split-screen graph shows the core problem. On the left, a steep upward curve of agency-reported traffic. On the right, a flat line representing actual closed deals. You spend capital based on the left graph, but your business survives strictly on the flat line on the right. Sitting there looking at an empty calendar, you have to wonder if your entire digital marketing strategy is broken, or if someone is just selling you an illusion. Take a deep breath. If your phone isn't ringing, it is not a failure of your ability to sell real estate. It is a failure of the metrics your agency is choosing to track. High website traffic does not correlate to closed deals. Right now, you are actively bleeding your operating budget on data points that have zero commercial value. The reason your traffic is up while your leads are flat comes down to a strategy called vanity traffic. Agencies pad their numbers by targeting broad, easy-to-rank search terms. Let's look at how this plays out. Your agency writes a blog post called 10 Best Paint Colors for a Kitchen Remodel. It goes viral, and 5,000 people visit your website this month to read it. The agency points to that traffic spike, tells you they are doing a fantastic job, and asks for their monthly retainer fee. But think about exactly who those 5,000 people are. They are physically standing in a hardware store. They are holding paintbrushes. They are spending money to fix up a house they already live in. They are not preparing to list their home, and they are not looking to buy a new one. Agencies rely heavily on this tactic because answering simple, informational questions requires very little effort, and it produces charts that look impressive to untrained clients. Optimizing your website for vanity traffic creates a dangerous illusion of growth. It captures zero commercial intent while actively draining the capital you need to run your business. To fix this, we have to throw out total website hits as a metric. Instead, we are going to evaluate your return on investment based strictly on user psychology. We do this by measuring commercial intent, the exact likelihood that a user is ready to execute a financial transaction right now. This quadrant chart maps how keyword strategies actually perform. On the x-axis, we have search volume, from low to high. On the y-axis, commercial intent, also low to high. Let's map our vanity traffic consumer onto this chart. We'll call them Person A. They are searching for things like, how much does a new roof cost, or kitchen paint colors. Person A lands right here. High volume, low intent. There is a massive pool of these searchers, but a total lack of readiness to transact. Now let's map our target buyer, Person B. They are typing, best real estate agent to sell my house fast in my city. Highlighting top left quadrant. Person B sits in the low volume, high intent quadrant. The traffic pool is severely limited, but they are ready to hire a real estate agent today. Getting 5,000 users from the Person A quadrant gives you a colorful PDF report. Getting just 50 users from the Person B quadrant gives you a highly profitable year. For an SEO campaign to be mathematically viable, you must force your agency to abandon the high-volume quadrant and strictly target high-intent buyers. When you demand your agency shift their entire strategy toward hyper-specific transactional keywords, you face a direct trade-off. Prepare yourself. On your very next monthly report, your overall website traffic numbers are going to plummet drastically. But the counterintuitive benefit of that traffic drop is that your site's conversion rate will spike. Every single visitor remaining on your site is now a highly qualified lead. If you accept standard, unmodified agency reports that highlight total users and page views as the benchmark for success, you are walking right back into the trap. Accepting volume-based reports actively incentivizes the agency to work against your best interests. They will prioritize cheap clicks over real buyers just to keep that line graph pointing upward. Be highly wary of any agency that responds to this logic with confusing technical jargon. It is a smokescreen to obscure a lack of high-intent strategy. If you are a solo agent guarding a tight budget, never sign an agency contract based on a promise of raw traffic volume. Achieving true marketing return requires sacrificing the dopamine hit of massive traffic spikes and exchanging it for a handful of highly specific, commission-generating buyers. At your very next agency review meeting, it is time to conduct a strict ROI audit. To do this, we use the Agency Audit Framework. This scorecard contains 3 specific questions to evaluate their true impact on your bottom line. Question 1. Exactly how many inbound phone calls or emails did this reported organic traffic bring me last month? Question 2. What exact steps are we taking to reach active, immediate buyers and sellers rather than casual browsers? Question 3. How are we getting people to contact me once they actually land on the website? If you have a healthy agency relationship, they will be enthusiastic you asked. They will immediately show you accurate lead tracking and a roadmap focused entirely on conversion. But pay attention to the red flags. If they get defensive, deflect to technical SEO terms, or try to push the timeline back, the relationship is failing. Do not fall for the sunk cost fallacy. When an agency tells you to just be patient for another 6 months while traffic builds, they are just securing 6 more months of your money. When you evaluate future vendors, demand strict forecasts on lead generation. If they only promise traffic acquisition, do not sign the check. Your business deserves actual returns. Realign your vendors' goals to match your profit and loss statement, or mercilessly fire them to protect your budget from the vanity traffic trap.